Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this video, I'm going to do a logic puzzle here. The goal of this puzzle is to capture every single piece except the king on h8 and do so without landing on an empty square. If you want to give this a try, feel free, mess around. You can either go to the knight on g1 or the bishop on a5. Give it a try and see what you think. Try to see how far you can calculate out before trying it on the board itself. Okay, and before I show the solution here, I'm going to work through this in real time. I would like to encourage you to subscribe if you have not yet already. Just remember that half of the income that I earn on this channel goes directly to charity, so it helps me out a lot with every subscription. Okay, let's get to the solution here. So I have not solved this puzzle, and I want to see how this works. So I'm thinking about the fact that immediately I have two routes. I have the knight and the bishop, and without going exhaustively down each road, because I have a breaking point right here, and down this road, I have a breaking point right here, I think I should start thinking about it logically. So I can't capture the king on h8, which means I have to figure out a way to get to this piece without going this direction. And the only way to get to this piece would be through the rook on d5. Okay, that makes sense. Well, how do I get to the rook on d5? I can get to this rook in one of two ways. I can either get to it this way or this way. Okay, now I have to start thinking backwards about each direction. So if I were to go here, I cannot go here because that would take away my jumping point to d8, right? See that? So if I go up the board to a5, I then am forced to go to a7. Let's take that out a little bit more logically. So f7, clearly that's the only next legal idea, and I have two options. Which way would I want to go? So I have to end up here, but just looking at this, I would never be able to get back to f6, right? If I pass this up. Yeah, so let's just think about this here. If I went to h7, I'm never going to get to f6 unless it's last, because I would have to go here, here, and then there. Right? There's no square that leads me there. So I'd have to go this way, right? Let's go to this color. And then that leads me to this way, and then this way. And now I have a fork in the road. But that means I'm never getting to this guy. Uh-oh. Right, you see that? No matter where I go, so if I went up, down, down here, I would leave out two pieces. So I think that this direction is the wrong direction to start with. And I think the reason to support that is I would never be able to get to this g1 knight because I'd have to run around here. And if I went down, I would have to go like this, and that leaves me away from these pieces. And if I went the other way, let's take the arrows off. This way, the only way I can get to this knight would be this direction, but then I'm leaving away this knight here. That seems like pretty decent logic there. Okay, so this path is eliminated in our thinking. Okay, so let's go this direction here. So now that this is the first piece, instead of it being the last piece like before I was concerned about how we can get to this g-file, we'll go this way. And then we'll go to the only legal place, which is g6. And now we have to ask ourselves this question again. How do I get to d8? So I'm noticing that h3 is a little out there. So I think I'm going to have to grab this rook. Maybe, well, it would have to be from here. Grab this rook and then return back to this rook, right? And if that's the case, let's take the arrows off. If that's the case, I think I'm going to have to do something where I move, okay, let's think about this. If I go to f6, I then am forced to go where? One of these two places, either h6 or f7. So if I go to h6, let's just think about this in real time. If I go this way, I need to catch this rook, which means I need to go, oh, that's it right there. I just found it. Okay, that means I have to go here and then here, and then up to the top, and then I make this route like this. Bang. Okay, so let's make sure I calculated that all properly. Let's do it one more time. G1, G6, F6, F7. Oh no, did I do this backwards? I did it backwards. Okay. I'm getting too focused on the names of the squares. So let's do that again. From here, I determined what? I determined that I have to go this direction, and then I wanted to go around. So here, like this, here, and then I have to go around. So I have to get here, which means I go from here like this. This way, this way, this way, this way. And then the question is how to get to here. Well, okay. That was it. I did have to go this way. I just went up without any meaning to. Okay, so it's A1 to G1, G1 to G6, G6 to F6, F6 back to H6, H6 to H5, and then H3, H7, and then bang, the rest of it is in green. Look at that. And you don't have to worry about the king on H8. And if you did, that's okay because you could capture it there. So that's kind of a fun little logic puzzle. I like these types of puzzles. I did another video about this if you're interested in this type of puzzle. It had a bishop and it was a very similar logical sequence. I may link that in the card, so feel free to check that out if you would like to. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe. All that stuff helps me out a lot. And let me know what you think about this type of puzzle. Give me some feedback. I like to do puzzles of all types, and this is just one of the many types. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye.